Hi, this is a day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Our devotion for today, June 6, 2023, is from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 13, verses 10 through 17. Now, he was teaching in one of the synagogues on the Sabbath, and behold, there was a woman who had had a disabling spirit for 18 years. She was bent over and could not fully straighten herself. When Jesus saw her, he called her over and said to her, "Woman, you are freed from your disability." And he laid his hands on her, and immediately she was made straight, and she glorified God. But the ruler of the synagogue, indignant because Jesus had healed on the Sabbath, said to the people, "There are 6 days in which work ought to be done. Come on those days and be healed, and not on the Sabbath day." Then the Lord answered him, "You hypocrites, does not each of you on the Sabbath untie his ox or his donkey from the manger and lead it away to water it? And ought not this woman, a daughter of Abraham, who Satan bound for 18 years, be loosed from this bond on the Sabbath day?" As he said these things, all his adversaries were put to shame, and all the people rejoiced at all the glorious things that were done by him. In our devotion text today, I would like us to focus on the power of Jesus to heal and the compassion of Jesus to heal those in need. Just as a woman with a 12-year flow of blood touched the hem of Jesus' garment and was instantly healed, so now Jesus sees a woman who has suffered for 18 years with a disabling spirit which kept her bent over and did not allow her to fully straighten herself up. Jesus called the woman over to himself and then told her, "Woman, you are freed from your disability." And then he laid his hands on her, and Luke reports that she was immediately made straight, and she then glorified God. In this story, we see the power of Jesus, who is able to heal a woman with a 12-year flow of blood, and this woman, who was crippled for 18 years and has now been set free by Jesus. It doesn't matter when someone first suffers their illness or disease or malady. It is not too old, too far along, or too late for Jesus to heal any condition. So we must never quit praying for those who are sick, no matter how sick they are, no matter how long they've been sick. Jesus can make an immediate change in the person's situation. Regarding Jesus' compassion to heal, he is willing to extend healing to all types of people, old, young, middle-aged, male, female, Jew, Gentile, Samaritan, it doesn't matter. Jesus longs to heal those who are afflicted in some way. He doesn't care if it is the Sabbath or not. As he says to the ruler of the synagogue, "Ought not this woman, a daughter of Abraham, whom Satan bound for 18 years, be loosed from this bond on the Sabbath day?" Isn't that a fitting way to spend the Sabbath? Freeing someone who has been bound for such a long time by Satan? He shows us that it is fitting, just as he shows us that he has come to free all of us from our bondage to sin via his death on the cross. Jesus is all about our freedom. He also points out the hypocrisy of the ruler of the synagogue and those who might side with him. "You hypocrites! Does not each of you on the Sabbath untie his ox or his donkey from the manger and lead it away to water it?" The answer, of course, is yes. They perform a work, the untying of an ox or a donkey, and lead it to water for it to drink, and thereby violate the Sabbath for the sake of their animals. And yet, they would deny this woman the right to be healed simply because it was the Sabbath. They would make her wait another day at least, although she's been suffering for 18 years. Jesus won't have it, and he heals her anyway. When do we become too legalistic in our distribution of compassion and healing love? When have we made someone wait to receive a healing word from us or a healing action that they needed from us? But we lacked the compassion and we lack the grace to offer it before we finally did, if in fact we ever do. I know that I need to be more generous with others, with my compassion and with my grace. I don't want Jesus to call me a hypocrite. How about you? Go in peace, serve the Lord.